Donetsk has become most Makivka and Iznonovata Odessa, they are part of New Russia. Добрый дом, Новороссия. Maybe we will work on that one together, Igor.
Донецк, программа «Солдаты свободы». У нас в гостях доброволец из Соединенных Штатов Америки с позывным «Техас». Зовут его Russel. Привет.
Привет,
брат. Привет. У меня несколько вопросов. Russel, скажи, как долго ты находишься в Донбассе? Давно ли ты приехал сюда?
I got here on the 7th of December, so I've been here about 7 months. Most of that time working at the airport in Spartak. As a soldier with the combat unit of СУБCРИБЕР. Before we were with the battalion Vostok, now we are with the Han battalion.
Скажи, пожалуйста, какова причина твоего приезда? Кто ты? Идеалист, романтик? Какой-то солдат удачи, может быть? Может быть, у тебя просто скучно стало в Соединенных Штатах Америки? Ты узнал, что здесь идет война, и ты приехал испытать самого себя?
Well, I had a good job in the United States. I had a good life. I worked less than 40 hours a week, made good money, had a nice place, had a nice motorcycle. I wasn't bored at all. I was happy there, but I was very troubled by what I saw with what was going on in Ukraine, before that in Libya, before that Afghanistan, Iraq. And when the Maidan came in Kiev, and I could tell that it was totally a phony revolution backed by the CIA and the United States government. It didn't take me long to understand that it was just another crime against an independent country by the United States. And when I saw the attack in Odessa at the workers' union hall where they burned all those people, and then when I saw the attack in Luhansk where Inna Kukurova was killed along with other people, that was just the last straw. That was in June, and I planned to get here in August, but I was raising the money to get here. It wasn't cheap to get here, and I sold pretty much everything I owned, worked real hard, saved all my money, and then left right after Thanksgiving, American holiday, end of November. Got together with all my family, said goodbye, and came here.
Ты можешь рассказать чуть больше о своей семье? Кто остался у тебя в Америке?
When I first told them that I was coming here, I don't think they believed me, but I've been known to do some audacious things in my life, and they should have believed me, and when it came Thanksgiving, they knew I was for real. My dad took me to the airport and dropped me off in Dallas. I flew to Moscow and then to Rostov. Stayed there a couple of days, went to Volgograd, to Mamiev Kurgan to pay my respects to the heroes of Stalingrad. And then came back to Rostov, got on a bus and came to Donetsk. Got here 7 December.
Окей. Хотел спросить, в каком подразделении ты воюешь, но вижу, что у тебя шеврон подразделения «Суть времени». Ты ехал сюда уже четко в это подразделение «Суть времени» или уже здесь ты познакомился с ребятами из этого подразделения?
When I got to Donetsk, I went to the SBU, and originally I volunteered with Vostok Battalion. While I was in training with Vostok, I met some people from СУБCРИБЕР who spoke Spanish, which I also speak, so it was good to be able to communicate with them. My Russian wasn't very good back in December. It's not all that good now, but I'm working on it. And so the guys that spoke Spanish in СУБCРИБЕР said that they could get me a position in their unit. And so I went with them. I was very glad I did. It's an excellent combat unit, brave soldiers, good guys, good-hearted guys. And we did some serious fighting at the airport. Troishka was my first position. We were 200 meters from the Ukrainians. That was when the Ukrainians still held the airport. The control tower was maybe 400 meters to our front. The new terminal was maybe 500 meters to our right. We had big gunfights there every day, every night with thousands of bullets. We shot so many bullets there that we could cook our dinner and heat our rooms with the wood from the ammo crates. That was the only wood we had, and we stayed plenty warm. We shot a lot there. 3 of my comrades were killed on the 17th of January in a big attack, maybe 200 U-Crops, Pravi sector, 10 tanks and BMPs. It was a 14-hour battle and against maybe 25 of us, and we did not retreat. The U-Crops did, but it cost us some guys.
Ты находишься в этом подразделении «Суть времени». С тобой служат ребята, которые как бы являются членами этого клуба, участниками движения «Суть времени». Ты как-то уже посвящен в идее этого политического движения «Суть времени» и твое отношение к этому?
When I first hooked up with the СУБCРИБЕР unit, I didn't really know much about it other than that there were some guys that spoke Spanish and that it was a communist unit. I am a communist. Since that I've been with them, I have read up about it as I could. I understand the 4 principles of СУБCРИБЕР and I agree with them completely. I know that the philosophy of the movement of СУБCРИБЕР is based on the works of Erich Fromm, Max Weber, Antonio Gramsci, Viktor Frankl, all of whom I had read in my younger years extensively, and all of whom have my personal philosophy is also based on. So I'm really glad to be a part of СУБCРИБЕР. I feel like it was destiny. You know, when I first came here, I had no idea what it was going to be like. I had no idea what I was going to be doing. I didn't think I would live through the winter. But I just knew that I had to come here. I had to help however I could. I'd have dug trenches or cleaned toilets if that's what they told me to do. But I was very fortunate. I believe in God and I believe in destiny. And I think the hand of God has guided me. I think guardian angels have protected me. And I'm right exactly where I want to be. I'm very happy to be here. And I'm very, very proud to be a part of СУБCРИБЕР.
Рассел, скажи, пожалуйста, а как давно ты в коммунистической партии? Ты в коммунистической партии США, и там, я знаю, что раньше это было достаточно активное движение в советское время, а потом как-то это утихло, или мы просто об этом не знаем здесь. Расскажи о коммунистическом движении в Соединенных Штатах Америки. Давно ли ты коммунист?
Well, I went to Cuba in 1995. I spent a month there, and before that I had read Ho Chi Minh, Che Guevara, a lot of, Karl Marx, all that, and I called myself, before I went to Cuba, I called myself a socialist. And while I was in Cuba, I had a conversation with a captain in the Cuban army, and I said, I'm a socialist, and she said, I'm a communist. And I said, what's the difference? And she said, a communist is someone that's willing to fight for socialism. So ever since then, I've been a communist. The communist movement in the United States is really fractured. There's maybe 5 or 6 different communist parties, all very small, and sometimes it seems as if they spend more time squabbling between each other than they do trying to change the economic and political system in the United States. So I didn't really join any parties. I've been to a lot of demonstrations. I worked with the International Socialist Organization for a while, but I'm a communist, and it seems like we can do a lot more, that the people who are here are doing a lot more than the people who call themselves communists in the United States, who tend to sit around in coffee shops and quote Karl Marx to each other instead of doing anything for real.
Окей. Вопрос такой. Имел ли ты армейский или военный опыт до того, как приехал сюда, к нам, в Донбасс? Потому что я видел в интернете твою фотографию в военной форме. Расскажи об этом.
I was in the United States Army for 3 years, 2 years stationed in Germany and 1 year in Louisiana. There was no wars when I was in the United States Army. I spent some time in Mexico, which is pretty much in a civil war there, and I got a little bit of combat experience in Mexico when I was there.
На чьей стороне ты в Мексике воевал?
On the side of my friends who were being attacked by the cartels.
Ты можешь как-то сравнить образцы вооружения, которые приходится здесь тебе использовать, с теми, которые были в Мексике там, и в американской армии?
Here we use the AK-74 with the 5.45. In Mexico, it was 7.62 AK-47s. Some of the guys had American weapons. I prefer the Kalashnikov.
Рассел, расскажи, пожалуйста, о своей мирной деятельности у себя дома, там, в Соединенных Штатах Америки. Чем ты занимался? Ты сказал, что у тебя был хороший доход.
I was a lumberjack for many years, tree climber, tree cutter. I have also, my family owned a restaurant in South Padre Island, Texas that was a great place to work, where I worked for many years. A political activist. I've done some smuggling in my younger days that paid very well, but I have pretty much retired from that 15 years ago. Then I was a salesman, an arborist, a tree doctor, took care of trees, did that kind of stuff, and been a professional musician for a few years, made my living playing guitar and singing songs. And I was a soldier in the American Army for 3 years, and my job when I left Texas was as an arborist. I made good money just driving around, talking on the phone, basically a salesman for a tree company. And it was a nice, easy life, but it wasn't what I wanted to be doing. What I'm doing here really makes a difference, and that I don't make a lot of money here at all, but I'm satisfied. It's the meaning that I think everybody's looking for in their life. Like Viktor Frankl said, it's everybody needs to have some meaning in their life, something important, and I have found that here, and I'm, like I said, very happy to be here.
У меня есть один любимый фильм про Америку, называется «Гран Торино». Там играет Клинт Иствуд. Мне кажется, что в этом фильме показана какая-то ностальгия по Америке, которая уже ушла, уходит. И показано, как на смену той Америки приходит другая Америка. Вот мне хочется узнать, а вот есть у тебя впечатление, что Америка меняется и не в лучшую сторону? Твои впечатления о твоей стране, что ты можешь рассказать?
Yes, I really think that's true. I was born in 1960. Back then, that was the best time to be alive in America. The middle class was strong. And in about 1980, things started going downhill. And by the year 2000, they went right off the cliff. People are working harder in America now for less money than they were 15 years ago. The quality of life has gone down in every way. The police state in America it's as bad as when I was in Northern Ireland. I saw there. It's just ridiculous. On every street corner, every major intersection, in every major city in the United States, you see 5 things on every intersection. You see 4 surveillance cameras and a beggar, somebody standing with a sign saying they need money. And the police state in the United States is just ridiculous, and the people of the United States really need to understand that all these prisons that are being built, all these surveillance cameras, all this police power that they now have, it is not to protect the people of the United States. It's to protect the oligarchs and the 1% against the people of the United States when they finally wake up and realize that they're being completely exploited like livestock. And the United States needs all the help it can get, but it's the responsibility of the people of the United States to solve the problems there. And maybe after we liberate Ukraine, I'll go back and help them.
Далеко очень. Рассел, расскажи, пожалуйста, ну, ты узнал о наших трудностях, о нашей трагедии, войне из интернета. Тебе эта тема оказалась близка, а насколько она близка другим твоим согражданам в Штатах? Насколько известно здесь, точнее там, о том, что происходит здесь, и насколько это волнует американцев?
Most of the American people are completely fooled by what they see, the lies of the government and the lies of the Western media. One of the biggest problems that the American people have is that they are scared to know the truth. They are afraid to know the truth, because if you know the truth, then you realize that you have a responsibility to do something about it. But since this war has been going on here for a year now, there are a lot more people that are starting to understand what's really going on here, that there really are Nazis in Kiev, that there are really terrible, terrible war crimes being committed here by the people that the United States government put into power here, the people that the United States government is training and arming and politically supporting. And the people in the United States, those that still have integrity and courage, are starting to wake up, and they're starting to spread the word, and they're starting to get active about it and starting to protest against it.
Рассел, расскажи, пожалуйста, о своих впечатлениях о Донецке. Ты здесь уже находишься 7 месяцев. Как тебе наш город? Что тебе здесь нравится? Что не нравится?
Well, things have really improved in Donetsk a lot since December when I was here. When I got here from Rostov, 5 minutes after I got off the bus, I heard shelling at the airport. It was pretty scary, but I looked around and all the other people were just going on with their lives, so I thought, well, I guess it's not that bad. But things were tough in December, January here. They started improving after the ceasefire, after the Ukrainians quit bombing this city on a daily basis, although they've broken the ceasefire again in the last few weeks, have started bombing the city again. But people here are cool and brave. They have great culture here. It's a beautiful city, nice, kind, dobry ljudi, brave people too, very generous, and I love it here. It reminds me a lot of my hometown, Austin, Texas. It's about the same size as far as population and whatnot, and it has great culture, super cool culture, beautiful buildings, beautiful countryside, and I'm very, very, very happy to be here. It's my new home, and I'm proud of it, and I will defend it.
А что не нравится?
I can't really think too much that I don't like here. I mean, you don't see the things that America has that Donetsk doesn't have are things that I don't like, you know, like the surveillance cameras and crazy police. It's a cool city. There's not much not to like. Well, the hot water in my apartment doesn't always work, and that's kind of tough, but I can live with that. We can heat some up on the stove. Other than that, I can't really think of anything I don't like. I've eaten enough pashtet in my life at the airport that I don't ever really need to eat any more pate. But other than that, I've acquired a taste for tashunka. I can smoke primas if I have to. When we were at the airport in January, the cigarettes that they gave us to smoke were primas that said SSSR on them. Dude, they were 25-year-old cigarettes, but we smoked them and we were happy to. But you can get anything you want. You know, it's so ridiculous when you hear Poroshenko saying, "Oh, there's no food in Donetsk and everybody's starving and has no money." That's completely bullshit, man. There's great supermarkets, stores, markets, bazaars. You can get anything you want here. And people have money here, people have jobs. All you have to do is drive down the street and you see it's clean. This is a clean city. You don't see like garbage and litter and stuff on the streets. People are proud of their city here. The landscaping in the public areas is not just nice, it's beautiful. And I love it here, man. There's really not much I don't like.
А тебя как американца не расстраивает, что у нас закрыт Макдональдс, не работает?
No, that's okay with me, man. McDonald's is говно.
Гадно or говно.
And you know, speaking of the food, I mean, everybody here has a garden. The food is organic here. It's clean, it's fresh, it's good. You know, it doesn't come from China. It comes from the farm 5 miles away or from somebody's garden. And it's reasonably priced. I go to the market and buy something for dinner and it's delicious. It's delicious.
На твой взгляд, Донецк это свободный город? Свободнее, чем Америка?
No, it's more free than America. It really is. I mean, when you see the cops in America, you get nervous. When a police car is behind you, even if you're not doing anything, you get nervous because you can see from the news, people get shot in the United States every day that don't have a gun, you know, that aren't really doing anything wrong. The cops there are filled with fear, man. And you know, it's so they see the people of the United States as enemies. So there's really not freedom there, you know. And it's like the last line of the American national anthem. It says, "Does the star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?" And it doesn't, because America is not free and the people there are not brave. And the secret to happiness is courage. Coming here, it was like jumping off a cliff in the dark and not knowing if it was 5 feet down or 500 feet down. I didn't expect to live through the winter, but I came anyway, and it was the best experience of my life being here. And so that's what the people of the United States have to do. They just have to say, we're going to do the right thing, and we're going to do what we have to do, because the future of the world depends on it. And so it's up to the people of the United States to take care of the problems of the American government. Vladimir Putin can't save the United States. He's not going to back secessionists in Texas. No other country. The people there have to take responsibility for their government and fix it themselves.
Хорошо. А какие твои планы на будущее, кроме как вот победить здесь и освободить Соединенные Штаты Америки от несправедливого режима, который там сейчас?
После победы. Okay, so I see either the Donbass will become a part of Russia like Crimea did, and Russia, even though the government's not supporting us as much as I think they should, I know that they know that the people of Donbass defending Donbass are also defending Russia itself. So there's no way we're going to surrender. There's no way we're going to lose. Either Donbass will become part of Russia, or we will take and make a new country, Novorussia, that will be at least from Kramatorsk to Odessa, or else we will liberate all of Ukraine from the fascists in Kiev. And I think right now, I think that the people in Western Ukraine are starting to realize the terrible mistake they made by letting a foreign fascist government, the United States, put their puppets into power, and put their puppets not only in the government, but in the national bank, the national oil company. The governor of Odessa is Saakashvili. Come on, man. I mean, if that wasn't so terrible, it would be a funny joke. But the people there in Western Ukraine, I think they're starting to wake up now. And I think that they will take care of the fascists there, and maybe the Novorussian army will help them, but maybe we won't have to.
Рассел, ты, кроме того, что воин, ты еще и музыкант. Как часто тебе удается поиграть на гитаре, и если это не часто, то не испытываешь ли ты из-за этого какой-то дискомфорт?
I would love to. I would love to. I would definitely make time to make music. And you know, like Pablo Picasso said, art is a weapon. Humor is a weapon. So I wrote a funny song about Obama and Pravi Sector. And it's my first song that I wrote in Russian. I'll be happy to play it for you.
Пик.
Sudbremeni Navana, Sudbremeni Navana, Sudbremeni na Pabieda, Idina Hue Obama, Private sector at Pedraston, Private sector at Pedraston, Poroshenko at Pedraston, så såg men jag tog med dem. Я работаю с меня позвала, я работаю с меня позвала, я работаю с меня позвал, иди на нового терминала. Я работаю с меня РПГ, я работаю с меня РПГ, я работаю с меня РПГ, смерть от нее, крапки. Sudbremeni Pete Vodka Nuda, Sudbremeni Pete Vodka Nuda, Sudbremeni Pete Vodka da, Mosik we kurit malinki ha ha ha. Zinshini beat Sudbremeni, Zinshini beat Sudbremeni, Zinshini beat Sudbremeni is ambui at the geroi. Sudbremeni na Pabieda, Spartak Smali na Pabieda, Novorossia Army na Pabieda, Idina Hue Obama. Nuda.
Nuda.
And I did write that song myself, and it was very popular at the airport in Spartak.
Ясно. Рассел, ну, песня твоя популярная на севере Донецка, теперь будет она популярна, наверное, еще и в других местах нашей республики молодой. Но, судя по тексту, ты не очень хорошо относишься к украинскому правительству. А ты можешь немножко поподробнее, что тебе конкретно не нравится в действиях украинского правительства?
Well, I mean, the idea of people saying that Bandera is a hero, that's just insane, man. I mean, the history is out there, and maybe now Poroshenko and the United States want to try and change the history, but the truth is well known. I mean, Bandera and the Ukrainian fascists in the Second World War were some of the worst war criminals. They were some of the worst Nazis that there were. And the crimes they committed are blood-chilling and horrific, and anyone that can be in a march where they hold a picture of that, there's something wrong with their head. And there's a lot of people apparently like that in Western Ukraine. Some people are beyond redemption. Some people are like a mad dog, you know, a dog with rabies. And there's only one way to deal with that people, and the Nova Russian army deals with them. I don't like that. I mean, the idea, I mean, and that's the worst stuff, the private sector and the Svoboda Party and those Nazis. And I have fought them at the airport and at Bliznia, and we have given them exactly what they have coming. And you know, when you hear about these mobile crematoriums for Putin to burn up all his Russian soldiers, there's no Russian army here. But I can tell you what, the Ukraine army they have great losses every time they come close to us. They like to shoot from far away, tanks outside their our RPG range. They like to shoot us with artillery. They do not like to come close because they know that we will stand our ground and we will shoot back. And I also want to say that the Nova Russian army is fighting a defensive army. We're not attacking Western Ukraine. Our orders, every combat position that I've been at, is that we have to wait until we're shot at before we open fire. Because there could be civilians in the area, there could be some of our reconnaissance groups behind the Ukraine lines. So we only shoot at people who start shooting at us first. But when we shoot back, we shoot straight, and we give them what they got coming.
Рассел, скажи мне, пожалуйста, а почему ты предпочитаешь носить сапоги старые советские, а не модные берцы?
Это очень крутой, брат. Очень крутой. Я советский, брат. Старый солдат, новый русский.
Понятно. Рассел, у тебя два шеврона. Один «Суть времени», на втором я вижу написано «Хам». Что это за подразделение? Расскажи, пожалуйста.
Sud Bremeni is the unit that I first started with here. We were originally a part of Vostok Battalion. Vostok is a good unit, good, brave fighters, but we were kind of more like a partisan unit when we were with them. And now we have changed over. We have become attached to the Han Battalion, which is a very serious Spetsnaz battalion, very serious fighters. Sud Bremeni had a good reputation as fighters. And so now we're with the Han Battalion. We get excellent training, excellent weapons, excellent support. And the UCROPs best be watching out when they see the Han Battalion coming. Because Sud Bremeni's part of it now.
А скажи, Хан входит в вооруженные силы ДНР, то есть в Донецкий корпус?
Да, yes. We were part of DNR army.
У тебя есть какие-то документы, ты ополченец или военнослужащий, выдали тебе военный билет, принимал ли ты присягу?
Okay, yeah, last Sunday morning I was sworn into the Novorussian army officially. I'm a soldier in the Novorussian army now. I gave an oath to defend the Constitution of the DNR and the land and the people here. And that's what I've been doing for 6 months, and now it's official. And I'm very, very happy and very, very proud of that.
В конце нашей беседы хочу тебя попросить сказать какие-то пожелания зрителям, которые будут смотреть, зрителям, которые за нас, и зрителям, которые против нас. Они тоже смотрят наши программы, комментируют очень яростно, я бы так бы сказал. Что бы ты и им пожелал?
Okay, to the people that are supporting us, I say thank you very much. We are doing as much as we can here. We need all the help we can get. This is not just a war for Donbass. This is truly, truly, this is a war for the future of the world. As goes Donbass, so goes the world. If we fall here, if the people of the world stand by and watch us somehow get defeated, then the rest of the world will follow in the footsteps of Libya, Afghanistan, Western Ukraine. Prices will go up, pay will go down, fascists will control your government, and you will not like it. So we are doing our best here. We are defending not just ourselves, but you. Remember that. Help us every way you can. I do thank the Russian people especially for the support they have given, the Russian government to the extent that it has helped us. I thank them. I think you guys need to do more because you know that we are defending you as well as ourselves here. To the people who are against us, I say this. First of all, do your history, find out the truth. No decent person can be against what we are doing here. No decent person can be against what we are doing here. And if you're not a decent person, if you love Bandera, if you're in Pravi sector, we got something for your ass. Come and get it. Oh, and to the people of America, I say the same. It's that if you don't see what's happening to your country now, then it's time for you to pull your head out of the sand or wherever it is and take a look around. The quality of life is going down there. The fascists, what they're doing in Donbass, they plan to do in the United States too, and not in the far future. They're going to be doing it soon. Look at the way your life has gone the last 15 years. If you like it, if you're one of the 1%ers, watch out, because the other 99% whose lives have gone downhill in quality for the last 15 years, they're starting to wake up. I love the American people. I trust the American people. One of these days, enough of them are going to say, hey, let's do something about this. And it's going to be a big flash. The 1%ers aren't going to even see it coming, and it'll be over before you know it. And the people in America will do there what we're doing here, which is making a better country, a free country, a democratic country that is for the benefit of the people, not for the benefit of the corporations and the billionaires and 1% oligarchs. That's what we're doing here in Donbass. Take a lesson from it, man. Do the same there. You will love it. You will be happy and proud like I am right now. That's what I got to say about that.
Рассел, большое тебе спасибо за беседу и желаю тебе победить.
Конечно, брат.